Hi, Dangerlings. Scott here. I don't want to say that since I've been DMing for the Danger Club podcast, I've now taken a liking to making people compete with each other for mine and other people's entertainment. But I do remember a time where we had like top Dangerlings, and I can't remember exactly who is the best of you at the moment, but all I remember is that like Candice was there for a while, Stu was absolutely there for a while, Steve Geddes was actually pretty hard. If you had to pick who the top Dangerling was, who do you think that would be? And again, don't all fight to death in an arena for our amusement. It's just something I'm wondering, that's all. Hope you're having a wonderful day.
Fight, 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 fight.
Previously on the Danger Club podcast.
You see ahead of you the city of Magnimar.
See up there? That's where I grew up.
Don't get me started on the dickheads who live up there looking down on us.
I don't really have to go and see my family, do I? I could just go.
Why don't you go and see your family?
Well, you the balloon lady?
Yes!
There you go, Stefan. Go and experience what it's like upstairs.
The local boy can handle the heat. Karagor.
I'd like to use your hero.
The Gilded Hand has business with you.
The adventure continues now.
All right, the coffee is warm. The people are sat down. The dice trays are open. We are ready to play this game. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Danger... That doesn't sound right, does it?
No. It's not.
It doesn't sound right. Can you...
Yeah, I don't know. The sun is shining. The wind is whistling through the trees. The Pope is looking down upon us. We're here in Danger Towers. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the... No,
it's not right, is it?
It's not right.
No, it's just not happening. Can you just try...
All right.
Give it a whirl.
The Oppens have heimed, the Barbies have kenned, the Flash has bombed, and we're here, still at Danger Towers.
It's not quite right. It's not happening. No.
Is the Flash bombed?
Oh, it's an omen.
Yeah, probably, isn't it? Rubbish. What's missing? What are we missing, guys?
Something's missing.
What are we missing?
Ross has fucked off and I feel frisky. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Danger Club podcast.
Hey!
That's what was missing.
That's what was missing. I do love this. What was missing? Dan's introduction. Oh, and two members of the Danger Club. We are really observant today. But yeah,
skeleton crew.
Oh, that was great, Cole. That was good. You've got some cold open chops there.
I think it's quite good. Yeah.
I like that. That was a nice feel. How are we feeling, Danger Club? It's very warm outside today. It's been pissing down non-stop for about 2 weeks in the UK. It's been horrible, and the one day it's become glorious sunshine, we are sealed back inside the Vatican.
I can't believe it. Like, every day it's been raining, and then the day the sun comes out, literally, we're in the studio. It's mad, isn't it?
And you work outside a lot of the time, Cole. Is it as miserable as it seems being stuck out there?
No, it's actually all right. I quite like being outside. Yeah, I do. I didn't realise this, but like... I mean, obviously, I've always liked being outside, but I thought doing tours in the rain, I would hate it. You know, when I started that job, I thought there's no way I'm going to enjoy this. But actually, I really enjoy it. It's nice. Just being outside in general.
Yeah, do you know what? And it's a strange question. Now you're on the boat, right? Because you've got your boat, your little danger boat. Do you feel more in touch with nature? Because it's obviously... It is a house, but it's not a house. You're a little bit more... You're surrounded by the water, that stuff. Do you feel a bit more like you've been outside even when you've sort of... Because you're on the boat?
It's quite easy to go outside because you have to go outside a lot of the time. So yes and no. Do
you feel more connected to the outside? Is that kind of what I'm saying?
I'm in touch with nature at the moment because Kaplan bit me again.
Oh, what?
No. I know. Yeah, I know. It was raining. He's been stuck inside for days. You know, and the other day he looked really nice. He was bumping up against me, and then all of a sudden he just jumped down from the window and he bit me on the leg.
Oh, is he biting?
You're not supposed to laugh. I could get sepsis. I could die.
Yeah, but you didn't this time.
I didn't. You didn't. No.
Just see, I've still got the scars.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I want to see the scar you got from your domestic cat.
Yeah.
They can kill you, man.
You want to know how I got these scars?
You call that a scar? This is the time that my domestic cat jumped off a window and bit at me.
Because it was raining.
Yeah. He was really, really angry about the rain.
This one's from Mittens, 79.
Yeah. You want to see Mr. Tiddles? 53. Cats were bigger back then.
I also worked outside recently, but not to the extent that you two are. And I've got to say, fuck it.
Sucks?
Yeah, and fuck that. I got hired to be at a festival recently, and we were all dolled up to be like the various Greek gods at this pseudo Olympics, the games thing. Oh, they had these massive inflatables. We had all these games planned.
Fuck that in the rain.
And then 7 steady hours of rain later.
Oh, no.
To the point we were outside, dressed as quite soggy Greek gods. I was Hermes, by the way.
Yeah.
Nice. What, delivering parcels, but not.
Yeah.
Just chucking stuff over people's tents, delivering it to the wrong tent.
That's the kind of humour and gags I'd fully planned to get in, James. However, the storm brought on us by fucking Zeus, probably, begot that we couldn't really get any of the subtleties in. It was mainly just shouting at people over the microphone as they and we got wet.
Were you just standing around, pretty much?
Pretty
Was
much
it in
on a
one
microphone
place?
taking the piss out of people. But God bless the British people. They see a festival, they know it's going to rain, they then get soaked to the skin. At that point, there is a I don't care mechanism that plays.
Yeah.
And they just fully commit. I witnessed hundreds of people bouncing around on inflatables that were absolutely sodden throughout. 3 layers of clothes, absolutely sodden. Jumping in puddles, splashing around and stuff. Oh yeah, bloody brilliant, isn't it? What a festival! A lot of that might have
what
been
they sound
drugs,
like.
but you know,
Alf Garnett was there. That's nice.
yeah. It was still quite wholesome to look. But no, after I did that, I was like, no, thank you, the outside.
I know what you're saying. If you, I guess you can't really have an umbrella up as well, can you?
Oh, we did for a while.
You did?
Yeah, stage management would come around putting umbrellas over us, but the umbrellas were blowing inside out.
Yep.
yeah, okay.
I'll do that.
Yeah, and actually, it's because I was going to say, this is my other comment I was going to say, that I have started doing bike tours, British bike tours, so I don't think we've mentioned on the podcast yet. I think
You get very wet on a bike.
Well, the
don't
problem
you?
is, yes, there is no umbrella, and also the rain hits you just a bit quicker. Now, we're not pounding around the place, but the thing is, walking to I never mind rain either, because you're just like, everyone brings an umbrella, especially if it's a horrible, miserable day. You're like, you got your umbrella at least. Yeah, there's no hiding from the rain on a bike.
No, it's awful.
And also, when you get off the bikes to look at the thing, here goes back and balance. Oh, that's great. Let's get back on the bikes. They are sodden.
Yeah.
That is a wet saddle, and everything's just wet.
It's horrible to sit on a bike when you're wet.
Why don't you get
it's
one of
like-
them like full body condom things?
Doesn't-
sound
like a morph suit.
I did,
it doesn't save you.
I
It
literally,
doesn't
I
save
did.
you.
I've got waterproof trousers, and they're not very comfortable, but they worked. But the punters do not.
Yeah.
The punters are sat there in jeans or shorts.
And you
or
got to try and
various
keep
other
up the vibe, haven't you?
Yep.
Like, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, we've
Yep.
all done walking tours.
Yep.
We all know
I mean,
that. So.
I will say, Dangerlings, if someone rides up to you in a full morph suit and says, "Hi, I'm your tour guide, follow me," do not follow them.
I mean, you know, what if I wore a jaunty hat?
Oh, that'd be fine. If they've got a hat, it's definitely
Okay,
safe.
that'd be
Dan,
alright.
I went to the Tower of London the other day.
You went to the tower. Did you go in?
I went in.
Fabulous.
Went inside the tower.
Do you have a good time? What did
It
you
was
do?
nice. I was with my mum.
Nice.
My mum went and we walk around the tower.
What'd you do? What'd you see?
So pretty much we didn't go into the White Tower actually. That's the only place because it's like 280 steps or something,
yes,
and it's like
yes.
Yep.
it's quite a windy staircase. And,
and-
you know,
and-
my mum's. I don't want to.
No,
As
there's
you
been a
can
lot of-
probably imagine, we got asked many times, like, "Oh, are there lifts?"
with the lift.
It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, of course it's
No,
not.
it's what in the 1,000-year-old White Tower. No,
No.
didn't get permission for that.
I didn't fancy climbing up that myself.
No,
You know what?
it's
Fuck that.
quite a lot. It's worth it, but it's if you want mobility, don't do it.
Not even like what's his name as well, claustrophobia as well in those staircases. Because once you start going up, you can't come back down, can you? You need to go to the
It
top
can
and
be
then
tricky,
come back down
yeah.
the other side. Because there's people
Yeah.
coming up that staircase.
Yeah, because you sort of go up and explore a floor and then go up again, so it's not like an endless
Right,
tower
right,
that you
right.
keep going. But yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I just thought, you know, not that I'm
Nice.
claustrophobic that much. But
Do you want to know a fun fact as well?
Go on.
I don't know if it's actually on the podcast. It sounds like somebody's on the podcast.
Go
But
for it.
castles, you know, when you go to an old castle and you're going
The old
upstairs,
castle,
the old
yeah.
castle, and all the stairs are wonky and wobbly and different
Yeah.
heights and stuff like that. That was intentional.
yeah,
They actually built them that way to make it difficult for people attacking because you're like, whoa, all the stairs are different.
So
And
people
obviously,
that are there every day, they get used to it.
well, they
but-
get used to it, yeah. But attackers are just like, all the steps are weird and wonky. I thought just couldn't build steps. No, they
Imagine
did that.
what
to
Yeah, it was an intentional thing.
Imagine-
Imagine what
intentional
a
thing.
ball ache that must be. Most because for most of a castle's hundreds of years lifespan,
it is
not being sacked by invaders. For
Yeah.
most of the time, you're just having to live in this thing, and you've just got shit stairs. On the off chance that at some point a Saxon comes running up them,
Yeah.
It's pretty much why, like, a lot of the castles built in this country didn't see much action, if any, and then were quietly sort of moved out of because they're massive money sinks, very drafty, and it's a bit shit living in a castle, really.
Bit shit living
It's a
in
bit
a
shit.
castle.
You don't want to live in a castle, do
No, you want to live in a nice
like
house,
living on a
don't you?
boat.
Yeah, nice. No, I don't want to live in a boat. Fuck that. Get bitten by a cat, mate.
That's what you should have done, Cole. You should have had some uneven stairs.
That's
in the
right.
boat, then it wouldn't have been able to get you.
That's why it's cross, because it's just like, what's for those
Bloody stairs,
bloody stairs.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Well, you have travelled up the stairs, up the old apples and pears and balloon, to get to the very top level, to the Grand Arch District of Magnimar. What are our feelings on our first impressions of Bubba's beautiful home city?
Seems nice, but contradictory.
Yes. It's in the Lonely Bubba guide. It didn't mention. It sort of played down some of the divides that was going on.
I think it might be something to do with Bubba being quite young and like, you know, when you're a teenager, you start working these sort of stuff out, and even though he's an adult in Tengu years, he, you know, his mind is still quite young, and so
yes,
he's kind of coming back to home, and he's looking through, as Karagor said, through rose-tinted spectacles. He remembers it being this lovely place, which full of fun and, you know, everything, and he's coming back.
Yeah, and I think it's an interesting angle of his heritage, because obviously he's an adopted child, but obviously a very different adopted child, and not many of his own kind around. So of course he would have also had very much a mindset potentially of like, I'm just going to fit in and throw myself in, and this is a place, you know, and actively really, really do that, whereas other people might not have gone that quiet. So I just thought it was really interesting, his opinion. Because it's a funny old place, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Really funny
I'm
place.
sort of imagining it weirdly as like a big Edinburgh in my head.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's quite similar
Yeah.
actually. Yeah,
Fucking
just warmer.
hills everywhere.
Just instead of a castle, it's just a big bit of bridge that doesn't go anywhere.
The bridge that goes nowhere.
Yeah. What's the background of the bridge? Do we know about the bridge?
The era span, it predates, so it's a Thessalonian ruin, so it predates the founding of the city. It was already there when settlers arrived and set up a city here. So it's like Varissia is full of really, really, really ancient stuff, and that predates kind of the current civilization that lived there. And a lot of people just kind of moved in and been like, oh, I hope nothing weird happens with that. And weird stuff has come out of the... I believe if I remember correctly from my reading this morning, I believe the statue of the two wizards that saved the city from a calamity. I believe the calamity was loads of demon spiders came pouring out of the big bridge, and these two wizards destroyed them. And so then they get a statue.
Wow.
What you mean? Johnny Big Mouth
Johnny Big Nose
Beaky Johnson.
and Beaky Johnson, yeah. I do love that. Yeah, that was. Thank you, and well done, Colin. It's not easy being put on the spot in an episode, you took it in your stride, and it was hilarious.
I love the slippery rice.
Slippery rice, that was good. Silly.
Sounds good.
Slippity.
I mean, that's that one guy that calls it that, but yeah.
I think the best thing was
rice.
looking at Dan's face after you finished your description of it. Like I said, what shop is it? Slippity, slipperies. No, slipperies. Even now I can't pronounce it. Slippity.
It was like a
It's mad that he's done so well on business, considering no one knows his name or can pronounce it.
Yeah.
But they all just call it the place. Yeah, they just call it.
they call
yeah.
it the place.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I was joining in the conversation.
okay, no.
That wasn't a fact.
Okay.
Anyway.
Being very careful on this isn't a Magnimar fact now.
Yeah. It's just Colin talking.
I like the way Bubba's also like, no, that's not how you do it. You only have shallots. It's like, that's only because he can't be bothered to list all the other ingredients that he's got, because it's going to take forever. So he'll be like, just shallots, it's fine. Just stuff fun.
I was imagining just some pickled shallots just on the top
Nice.
of it, you know.
Is it much as
I thought dried.
Okay.
Oh,
crispy.
so-
Okay.
No, but
Either
you want
way.
more fluid in
That's
your
shallot,
slippery
mate.
rice.
Yeah.
I tried to angle into the conversation twice to deliver that exact pun.
Is the rice hot or cold? Because
it's hot. Yeah, it's hot.
Okay, all right.
Fuck off. Cold, slippery rice. Stop
Making fantasy food horrible, Dan.
with chili sauce.
It's probably like cooked with spices over like a long period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
Like
very,
tomatoes and
very
things like that.
similar to the cassava porridge that they had in Kibwe that you guys were just like, fucking porridge, every time they served it to you. It's like,
Yeah,
it's
but it's all about
basically
branding.
grains and spice.
Branding,
It's
mate.
true. It
It's
wasn't
branding.
called silly
Slippery rice. That sounds
called slippery.
enticing. That sounds like something that's going to. That's exotic.
It's going to slip down your
porridge.
throat.
Porridge. No,
I can't actually. It's only because I can't remember the real
No,
name.
I know.
Cassava porridge.
it was something like
It had a
spicy.
we gave it a name once, but
Didn't it have like
Spicy,
turmeric in
slimy.
it? The porridge had like turmeric and
yeah, it had
raisins
loads of.
and
It
things
had
like that,
tons
didn't
of spices and things.
Yeah.
It was it was yummy.
You ever put turmeric in your porridge?
No.
I
Neither have
haven't,
I.
but
I might do that now.
I'm sure it's
Might
quite
do
good.
that.
Yeah. I'm sure it's
I thought that was going to
porridge.
lead into a bigger point. So we put turmeric into porridge,
No,
mate.
I've had cinnamon in my porridge.
Oh, that's a classic.
I quite often have like a turmeric drink at the end of the evening. You know?
Do you?
Yeah.
Really, after your CBD beer? No wonder your cat bites you, mate.
Bit of fibre. I'm tasty as fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're marinating yourself with all those flavours.
right.
You rub yourself down with some oregano at the end of the night. Just get in a
He
bed.
does chill right out afterwards. He's like, yeah, man.
I bet he does. I'm sorry, Cole, but I just need to. I just gotta relax.
Just take the edge off.
Yeah.
I can't wait to meet the Council of Ushers.
The Council of Ushers.
Council of Ushers.
No,
Yeah.
someone's been doing their Magnimar
A
reading.
little bit of
I've
research.
had a brimful of them, mate. I tell you what.
Council of Ushers. But
House
they
of
all,
Ushers.
Yeah. Let's not get into that.
Yeah.
What? You can't mention it and then not want to get into it.
I was going to start making some Usher puns. So
Nice.
was I.
Yeah, go for it.
So was I.
It's
Just
the,
needed a bit more time to come
Just
up with them, which
look,
is why I thought you were going to talk about it.
You
for a bit
don't
longer.
need it to usher them in. Come on, get in. I don't have any usher.
I mean, we are going to a wedding, aren't we? So, you know.
Oh, those kind of. I was
They could be
talking about.
There'll be
Yeah.
ushers.
Yeah.
I was talking about Usher the pop
take
star.
time.
Usher the pop star. So I was
Right,
getting
yeah.
the non.
I mean, no,
Usher
that
pop
was-
star
Yeah.
ones in.
Yeah.
I was going to do some Usher puns, but I just thought, no, I don't
Well,
want
we've
to bring.
signposted it
I don't
now,
want to bring
haven't we?
Usher
So-
into this.
We've
Save
talked
them,
about it too
Cole.
much.
Save them up. Let's have them.
right.
Save them.
We can make
Sure.
we can use those. Don't just throw away an Usher pun. We've got. There'll be plenty of time.
Yeah.
You're going to a wedding. There'll be ushers. There'll be time. For
I actually
usher
did one
puns.
just then, but no one noticed.
What's
He's got a song
You
called
said- you
Yeah.
said yeah.
So-
yeah.
You can't.
It was
you can't
so
have-
vague.
you can't
It
have
was
yeah.
so
Come on, mate.
vague.
You can't have the word yes.
In the club, looking so conspicuous. Yeah.
That's ludicrous.
But he is in that song, Yeah.
I'm just
by
saying, it's
Usher.
ludicrous of you to bring it up.
And we're in the room.
Yeah. We've been in there for quite some time. We don't know how long because we forgot to turn the timer over again.
It's all right, I know, 'cause I can see it from the
Yeah,
screen.
but that was old, wasn't it? That was late.
15 minutes and
Mate.
49 seconds.
What?
55 seconds now.
Hang on, Dave is remarkably relaxed about the beginning time of this.
We're talking about Usher.
We're talking about Usher. It's true. Is it actually Drum and Ross that sort of gets you aggravated about the 10 minutes? Is the worry that Ross might just start eating his weight in cheese or something like that?
Ross
or?
never really talks during the opening round.
doesn't really, does he?
No,
He just waits.
He just waits till we start the actual episode. I kind of have to because I'm the host, so I kind of have to it was a weird thing. It became like the 10 minutes became a rule put in by Colin because we were going too long, and
We were
he'd be
doing
like,
like 20
he'd be
minutes.
like, we're doing too much. It's 2 minutes. We need to stop. And then it became a hard and fast rule of if we went under 10 minutes, Colin was like, no, there must be structure in the world. We need to do another 30. It must be exactly 10.
It's not like
And now it's
Bramble.
kind of loose.
Now it's whatever.
We've got back to Lucy. I think that was kind of COVID times, wasn't it? When we were just
COVID
we need to
times.
do something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
I mean,
I'll cut this, shall I?
we still need to do something, Colin. We need to deal with these ruffians in this back street.
I forgot about
Now,
the ruffians. Do
these-
you know what? That was a bit of a.
These lads are from the Shiver Trade, right? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No.
James's revelation that he forgot something 15 minutes ago.
I know, but like literally, I was just sort of like, yeah, we finished eating the slippery rice. That was where I finished, and of course you didn't. You sprung that on us. Go on,
I feel like we've only just eaten like 2 mouthfuls.
Oh yeah, I barely slurped down a
I'm
couple of gulps.
fucking so hungry, lads. Fucking every goddamn time we do fantasy food bits. Fucking hell.
Are we going to do a fantasy food party? Do you remember we talked about this?
We
'Cause
should do that, yeah.
All that time ago, we did the
I'm
Game
going
of
to
Thrones
invent
one.
some slippery
Oh, yeah.
rice.
Dire wolf stew and all this kind of stuff. We should do another because there are recipes Pathfinder recipes or something? I don't know.
There are, yes.
Yes, yeah.
Is there a slippery rice recipe?
Oh my God!
If there's not, there will be.
Dangerlings, yeah. If you could come up with a slippery rice, we could have a slippery rice cook-off
Oh my
from
God.
Dangerlings recipes, and we'll all prepare one that a Dangerling does. So if you can do at least 4, we'll cook various versions of slippery rice and then decide which one is the slipperiest of the slippity slips.
Oh, it's the quality I've always wanted in my rice is the slipperiness.
Oh yeah, the slippery.
The one thing I've always felt missing from rice.
Oh yeah, more fluid, more moisture.
Now, these lads,
Yes.
are they... Because the shiver trade was
shiver
obviously
trade.
run by Arnhem Brayton back in the day. Is that
no,
right?
it had nothing to do with that.
No, Arnhem Brayton was the guy that...
the episodes. Oh, they're great.
Arnhem Brayton was the guy, the shipper, wasn't he? He died, didn't he?
Arnhem Brayton
Yeah.
was murdered by
By-
the Gilded Hand and framed. The Gilded Hand were the gang that you defeated in season 1 of the Danger Club podcast.
Looks like we didn't
Murder's
defeat
Mark.
them well enough.
No, never leave them
Now,
alone.
they
Is it
were
just
run
proving-
by Fulton's boss, who was called... He killed Brayton and
Yeah.
his wife and left the children. Remember the children in the house?
I do remember that. I do
Yeah,
remember.
MZ was babysitting them.
I do not remember.
We went into the big house. It's the one
This
where...
morning.
It's the one where...
We know.
It's the one where Fulton came running around and he killed your man, Boris Moncolio. It came to me.
Boris Moncolio.
Moncolio, yeah. MZ killed him, but then...
And then he had a big shit.
But then Fulton smacked him on the head with a...
Yeah, he did actually. Yeah, you remember that.
Then he had a big shit. So I remember his bowel movements and not a major plot point involving death. Cool. Okay, just want to remind myself of that.
Cool. And then there was obviously the Skulks.
They were the Skulks. They were
part of the
that was
shiver trade.
quite- So, where you are in the world right now, you are in the same country as you were for Murder's Mark, but you're quite away from. That's a small town further up the up the river. So it's quite a way away. But you know that there was a trade in the ship. It was a ship-borne trade, so perhaps there was still a connection there. But nonetheless, the 3 of you have found yourself accosted by 6 ruffians standing in the who have found you in this little alleyway. Slippery. Immediately pulls up his hatch. As he sees trouble approaching, the hatch slips back down. He pulls it up again. His hands-
He's quite silly.
He's just flapping us with his hatch.
His flappy hatch. And these 3,
It's a bit
these
public trick,
6 malevolent-looking foes approach you ferociously, knives in hand. Danger Club. Roll for initiative.
Shit.
It's bad. I'm full of
Yeah, it's
slippery
terrible.
rice. Really bad.
We've all got rice in our hands.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
There we go. So, what is Velda? What is your total?
I'm just having a look.
Bubba, what is your total?
14.
14 for Bubba. Karagor, what's your total?
34.
A 34 for Karagor.
It's an 18.
and
for
an
Velda,
18
yes.
for Velda.
I'll tell you why that is, because the chili was so hot that it triggered Karagor's fight or flight response. Like, it actually started pumping adrenaline into his brain, so he's been ready to fight for about 30 seconds, but didn't want to say anything about it.
Karagor,
his
outnumbered
rice.
2-1 in the alleyway. You go first.
So, how many of them are there? 6?
There are 6 of them.
Cool. How far are them away?
The nearest one is 20 feet from you.
Are we on... I feel we're in a hill city. Are we on even ground, or is there some kind of
You're
slope?
on even ground.
Okay. Is there... Are we by where we are with the stall? Is it an open area? It feels like there could be a bottleneck or something like
It's
that.
quite it's the alleyway. The alleyway is about 30 feet wide, so enough for 3 people to stand abreast.
Okay, I guess I'm going forward then. How far? You said 20 feet.
Yeah.
What's the range on an improvised thrown weapon of slippery rice to the eyeball?
Slippery rice. I believe it would be 20 feet. Would be the to try and throw some slippery rice.
Excellent. Karagor goes, "Oh, that's such a shame. I was really enjoying my really, really hot rice. It looks like I'm going to have to." And Karagor just goes, "Fucking yeet it at you." Hunters, Mark, Prey, closest guy. Throw.
You throw some slippery rice
for one action. Move 10 feet in front of Velda and Bubba, who I know aren't close combat people. So I'm the first one that they come to. And then, because I know this is technically 4, but quick draw the Rancière.
That's
please.
fine. So you target, you hunt prey on the nearest one, and you throw some rice. Make a rice attack. So I guess add the bonus you would for your bow, because it's a ranged attack.
That is 27.
27 is a critical hit. Roll 1d6 bowl damage plus your precision damage, and then double it.
Okay, so that would be 24 points of damage.
24 points of damage. You fling the bowl and it just smashes straight through the first guy's head. The guy's head explodes all over.
Slippery rice.
God, that was so slippery. It went through his atoms.
Blood just starts roaring up from the guy's neck as he just staggers around. All of the other thugs go, Velda, it's your go.
Karagor just goes, he's wiping his mouth, I can't really remember who you are, but you just saved me from a spicy meal. Now, if you are criminals, we're going to have to get to it. All right, come on then, let's be done with it.
How many of them are standing in a line?
You can reckon there's about 3 of them in a line.
3 of them in a line. In that case, Vella's like, no, nobody gets between me and my slippery rice! And casts his outstretched hand and casts a lightning bolt.
Cast a lightning bolt. Let's get through. Let's save.
Through 3 of them.
That's a fail.
I'm just going to say that I know this sounds bullshit.
That's a crit fail
because of what I did, but I didn't expect my slippery rice to murder one of them. So can we just leave one of them alive?
Well, let's find out.
That wasn't the answer I was looking for.
So this is 4d12 electricity damage. So the first total. Oh my god. That's 22. One more die on just a roll there, and that's an 8. So that is 30 points.
30 points
of
to
damage.
the first 2, 60 to the third one.
Yes.
Wow.
The ball of lightning goes through the chests of 2 of them and just blows holes in them. Hits the last one and just vaporizes him to dust.
It's literally what those Nazi soldiers at the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's like that. It's just like
So they're all dead, yeah?
There are 2 still. There were 6 to start with. There are 2 still standing.
with my last action, Velda just goes, blows his hand, and then starts eating his slippery rice again.
Didn't even put the bowl down.
No, just
The 2 with the holes in them are just collapsing to the floor, going blood pouring everywhere. Before they hit the ground, Bubba, you take your go.
6 seconds.
Bubba's still eating his rice, just watching this happen, knowing full well that his Danger Club members would take these motherfuckers out. And he calls out and says, "You 2 better stop. You see what just happened? Yeah? Just hold your hands in the air, drop your weapons, and you can walk away with your lives." And I'll try a little
intimidation
check.
A little intimidation.
Yeah, intimidation. Let's see what happens. It's a 7. It's 18.
18. Okay. Do anything else with your go, or
I can't hold my go, can I?
no? You've already acted. You've done a thing now,
Oh,
so you could
okay.
use your other 2 actions, or just wait. Use them or lose them.
Use them or lose them. Okay, I'll pick one.
Okay.
And the one on the left. So I'll shoot some magic missiles.
Oh God!
At him.
Yeah.
Why not?
Well, we can leave one standing.
Exactly. That's
And
what
then
I was
there will
thinking,
literally
yeah.
be one standing by the next round.
Jesus.
So let's do that.
Sometimes it's quite life-affirming to fight really low NPC monsters.
Yeah.
It just helps you, just to remind you of how far you've come in life, what you've achieved.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
This scene is drawn by Frank Quitely, so there's just blood and bone and bits going everywhere.
8.
Oh,
13. And
it's a lot of missiles.
16 points of damage.
You just machine gun one of them. You're like, everyone stand down, and then just machine gun one of them with magic missiles. Just falls to the floor, bleeding everywhere. The remaining thug finally takes their go and just falls to their knees next to the dying one, holding him in his hand and going, "Are you gods?"
Still eating rice, walking over. Put your hands up.
Do you have any yak's milk? Yes or no?
He takes a small flask out. He's like, please, spare us, spare our lives.
Well, that one, they're all with you. Yes, I will. Take the flask off him. Thank you.
Just while this is going on, Velda knocks on the flap and says, "Can we get an extra hot bowl of slippery rice for Karagor, please? He spilled
No,
his."
I'm fine.
No, it's all right. I'll get this. I know you were sad about losing that.
A hand comes out with one that looks like it has even more chili sauce than the previous.
Here we go, Karagor.
No. Give me that ear. I'll tie up the thug's hands.
You tie the thug up.
So he's still on his knees.
He's still on his knees amidst his dead brethren.
And I just take a spoon of the new rice and just put it in his mouth.
You don't know where that thug's been. I mean, that's not very hygienic, is it? Karagor was about to eat that.
I can't eat that one now. Someone else has eaten it. Never mind.
Slippery Jim, whatever your name is.
Is that hot, is it?
Chew,
swallow.
I'm allergic to shallots.
Oh, no. Keep him alive. Heal him. Heal him. Keep him alive.
All right, I cast Soothe.
You cast Soothe on him and soothe his deadly shallot.
Can I get one without shallots?
I'll be surprised if it lets us have any more.
6 points of
6. Okay, you managed to stave off his shallot death.
He gets more. He gets more than that. Actually,
That's fine. He's not down hit points. He's having an allergic reaction, but that's fine. That's enough.
Right now then.
Listen, if you don't want it.
Oh, you taking this one?
Oh no.
Okay, cool. Sorry to tread on you. I didn't realise you started it.
No, let's go for it. That's what I was doing the chili thing.
Yeah.
You speak.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What's your name?
My name is Jefferson.
All right, Jefferson. How long you been in the Gilded Hand?
Oh, I've been in the Gilded Hand for 5 years.
5 years, very badly spent, Jefferson. Jefferson, you approach the Danger Club, so you know who we are.
Yeah, I know who you are. You murdered my brother.
Well,
which one was he? Looking at the smouldering piles.
My brother Jethro. You murdered him all those years ago. Our father never recovered.
Now, out of character, Jethro was the guy that MZ had the big fight with. He was 17 years old.
Oh, yes.
And he killed him. And
I remember that. And it was
he said, tell my dad that I wasn't nothing or whatever when he died.
Yeah.
And MZ spat at him.
Yeah, that's right.
MZ's not proud of that, all right?
MZ's dead.
Yeah, I know, but he's still conscious.
MZ's sitting on a porch in an axe. So.
We've got a vague recollection of who you are, actually. We do, isn't that surprising?
Who's that?
So, Karagor fills Bubba in.
Oh, right. Yeah. Folks told me that.
So have you been waiting? You've been waiting around for us just to? Okay, so listen, but that was back somewhere else. That was back north. Have you got a base down here in Magnimar?
Yeah, this is where our main trade is.
It's your main trade's in Magnimar. Okay, so do you reckon after this embarrassment you're going to leave us alone?
Yes, we are. Please just let me live.
Oh, right, that doesn't sound very noble of you. I thought you were going to avenge your brother.
No, fuck my brother. I don't care about him.
Wow.
He was a bastard.
Life's for the living.
If someone did that to any of my family, I tell you what, I would avenge them. I would never stop. But,
no, sir. I would never try and avenge him again.
You've lost all respect from me, mate.
I mean, we did annihilate his whole gang in about 6 seconds. So.
Why was you sent to kill us? Did you just find us, or is there a boss somewhere that wants to try and kill us?
Yeah, the boss said we had to kill you.
And where does he live?
He gestures over at the guy with no head, with a bowl of rice.
That was the boss.
He's like, that was the head of the Gilded Hands.
Oh, what? That's brilliant then, because I'm putting that on my kill sheet now, because I thought it was just a mook, but if it was the head of the Gilded Hand, I'm writing that one down.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, I can't, I've got no fucking character sheet, it's Path Builder. I lost my hit list.
Put it in the notes field.
Oh, no.
Do this from memory. Hang on, wait.
So are you the last of the hand?
I'm the last of the Gilded Hands, the mightiest level 1 bandit group in all of Magnimar.
And
so you're the
what are you going to do
now?
What are you going to do with your life?
Anything you want, my lord. Anything, if you just spare me.
I don't like this, my lord bollocks.
I don't know. People seem to naturally defer to it whenever you're in the town.
It's weird, isn't it?
It's strange.
I'm still eating rice, by the way. Like,
Yeah.
lovely.
Bella's nearly finished the slippery rice. He's been really enjoying it. It's very strange.
Well, what are we going to do with you?
Well, what does one do with a peasant?
Where's your base of operations? Where do you live?
We live in Underbridge. In Underbridge, under the big bridge, under the Eurospan, yeah. Under the bridge downtown. That's where
That's probably when you're going to lose some blood.
That's pretty. Look, why don't we just let him go? There we are. Do you know what? I'm feeling merciful. I'm full of the slipperiest of rice, and you're not going to do it again, are you?
No, please, I promise.
Give it
So
revenge.
what do you think we should do?
Oh, please, my lord, please just let me.
Bubba just leans in, his beak pressing against the forehead, like in between this guy's eyes, just pressing in.
Your beak goes straight through his soft level 1 head. it's like cake.
Oh God, it's like a turtle egg.
'Cause you,
It's just level 1 people are just these sort of boiled eggs of people. It's just like,
so you came to kill us, didn't you? So if I was in your situation right now, all tied up, and your nose was pressing into my forehead, what would you do? Would you kill me? Would you kill me?
I mean,
and I put my talons around his head.
now, just
and I just
Bubba.
start digging them in.
Hold on, Bubba. And technically, he came to kill
And he steps
us,
back.
not you. This was actually directed at you because you weren't even with the party when this happened. So, I think he's okay. I think maybe we should let him go. Bit of forgiveness.
We'll take some directions to the underbridge.
I mean,
Yes.
isn't it just under the bridge?
Yeah, but that was vague. Let's get some. We'll just take a few minutes to get make
gives
sure
you
Bubba
directions.
can use the thing to make
Yeah.
sure he's saying the truth.
It gives you directions of where their hideout is.
In case we have to go at some point and just because let's face it, the trade in Shiver, we saw what Shiver did to them skulks. It was horrible, and it's in Magnimar, Bubba's hometown. Bubba has said that he likes his hometown and he wants to help it. Like I feel like there might be an undercurrent thing here we might have to do at some point.
Yes. I mean, that's true. All right, so if we let you go, you
Yes.
promise you'll never have anything to do with Shiver ever again,
No,
or I will
swear.
personally turn you inside out.
Oh, God.
Very slowly.
He looks over at the lightning bolted people, one of whom is just a pair of shoes now. Like, yes, of course.
Never the Shiver.
Oh, God bless you. God bless you, mighty God.
Right, I untie the rope.
You untie him. He's,
Now turn around and walk that way.
you swear you won't shoot me in the back?
Don't you dare look back.
How dare you? I obliterate people from the front.
I don't.
He turns away. He turns his back on you, and he walks away. And you can hear him just like whispering a prayer as he goes. He's like,
One look back and I'm going to shoot ya.
Please, Yomadai, please save me. Please save me, Yomadai.
Karagor, you're not going to shoot him in the back, are you? No, come on now.
No,
he's not a
Shoot
he's not a
with,
sort of like, he's
Well,
not a
the thing
pet
is,
monkey.
If there are any left of the Gilded Hand, he'll give them a warning now.
He gets to the end of the alleyway, and he's like, ah! And it's just like tensing as if something's about to happen.
I think he's all right. I mean, look at that. Have we righted it wrong? No, probably made it worse. But
Okay.
I mean, leaving people alive is generally a bad idea with the man in the sky.
that's. I mean,
Yeah, everyone keeps trying to do these non-lethal arcs, and
yeah.
Fly away, Jerome.
He shakes his fist and goes, "You've heard the last of me!" and runs off down the street,
okay.
All right.
leaving
Well, there we
you
go.
in an alleyway covered in gore and bodies eating your rice.
I thought that was going to be a lot worse than that.
So it's going to be a lot worse than that.
Oh, that's very good.
That was a
the
pretty
optimism nailed it.
spicy encounter.
It was.
Hey!
Karagor goes, is there any...
so silly.
Is there any like coins left over from these guys of their stuff?
You go through their stuff. You amass a fortune of 5 copper pieces.
Oh, God.
Karagor gives the 5 copper pieces to Slippery, Slimmy Jim to apologise about the mess outside his shop. There you go, mate. Sorry about all that. It wasn't technically our fault, but I feel a little bit responsible. So.
Doesn't matter how dirty this alleyway is, people have still come for that rice.
I know.
There's already a queue forming around the bodies.
Just stepping over blood.
As one one of the people disappeared. Sort of mysterious in the back room of his shop. It's like, well, what's this meat from? Oh, yes, don't worry about it.
That wasn't sardines. That was intestines.
The special flavour that makes his rice so good.
Bubba did say you should only have the onions.
I did say that. All right, see you later, Slippery.
That's why it's just listed as meat.
Yes. Silly, slippery meat.
All right, what should we do now?
Well, I mean, now look. I'm a bit confused about where one should stay. So, do you saying we shouldn't go and break into a merchant's house up in the Alabaster district, and instead we should go and stay with?
Well, I'm up for it, but we could just go and we just go to an inn.
Okay, what do you recommend? What's the best inn in town?
Wait, hang on.
What?
Can't we stay with your folks?
It's a bit of an imposition.
I mean, I don't even know I'm coming. If I just rock up with a bunch of mates.
No, I haven't sent a letter.
Just
send a message, mate.
Why didn't you send a message yet? Why didn't you send a message in their dreams? They'd like that.
You always talk about fucking doing that.
Yeah, and then you didn't to your family.
It turns out I can't do that.
What the fuck?
I know, I've been talking about it for years.
You can't do a spell that you've... All right, Velda Cairn Blight.
Don't you bring me into it. At least I'm honest about the spells I can't do when you make up preposterous things.
For a long time, I've, not understood what that a spontaneous spellcaster meant. All right,
you made yourself out to be some sort of 1980s dream weaver.
What's 1980s, Velda?
Some VHS character from a board game.
VHS? What? Listen, you know nothing. You're going to take psychic damage or what? If you keep fucking inventing this bullshit, and breaking the world.
This is literally just a spicy dream.
It must be something about the city.
just too much chili.
There's a worm in it. Right. Timothy Chalamet turns up.
Yeah.
I like that Bubba's just been going about ages being like, I'll put a message in your dreams. And he can't, it's just a weird threat.
Yeah, and also when I can't do a spell, you've been like, I can put a message in people's dreams. It's just been lies.
I bet if someone said that, you would then at some point dream about them. And then you'd be like, fuck, it's happening.
Oh my God,
yeah.
Inception.
Soothsayers back in the day, that's how it worked.
You would never know.
Right. So the best inn around here to stay in, well, I don't know, because I've never stayed in an inn. I've always stayed at my house.
You've stayed in inns?
You've never
stayed in an inn in Magnimar.
No, he's too young to drink, wasn't it?
Oh,
no, I wasn't.
We should go out of town.
You were too young to drink. Let's go get you your first ever drink in Magnimar.
Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, I've had a drink in Magnimar before.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm an adult in 10 years.
Not in an inn, though.
Yeah.
So you have been to an inn?
Yeah.
So which one's the best fucking inn in Magnimar?
I've never stayed in one, is what I'm saying. The ones I go to, they don't have rooms upstairs.
What kind of a 2-bit inn doesn't have rooms upstairs?
The good ones. All right.
They call them pubs.
No, well, even they've got rooms upstairs. Probably
function rooms. You have,
rooms.
well, I mean,
you could keep on the floor.
You can't sleep in it. I've tried.
Fuck it. Well, that's true. If it's got enough space, we could put a cozy cabin in a function room upstairs and maybe get half price.
Oh wait, there is one.
Which one?
There's one downtown, just round the corner. Actually,
it's not round the corner. It's downtown. That's downtown. We're just
downtown.
Uptown. No, we're not.
No, I don't mean down there. I mean downtown, but uptown.
Then be more specific.
Hang on.
Uptown. Yeah.
Look, what about this one on the corner?
It's downtown in the Uptown district.
Oh, shut up. I'll tell you what, Uptown's going to funk me up this bit.
And it's called... Apparently there's lots of girls uptown. Right, so... But what about this one here, the Spittle and Copper? That's surely that's... It looks all right.
I mean, we could try it if you like. I've never been in there. This has been gentrified around here, so...
it's probably 15 gold a burger, but still, it's
not even real Spittle anymore.
Yeah, right.
Where's the wedding venue?
The wedding venue?
Yeah.
Well, it's down in the Uptown district.
Do we know where that
is? You go down to the Uptown district.
It was the Temple of Abadar. Looking at the date, you reckon the wedding's in about a week's time.
Oh, we've got time to kill.
We could go and look up Aiko if you wanted to. I've never met her, so...
Well, should we... What time is it?
It's like lunchtime, really. Yeah, lunchtime, because you arrived in the morning. You trekked uptown. You had slippery rice for lunch.
Feel like you're trying to distract us, Velda, from doing stuff.
No, I just wondered, because in my own mind as a player, actually, I was like, are we just stood in the dark on the street just arguing about this? Yes, I'm like, where should we stay? I don't know.
Licking our lips.
Yeah.
There's a big queue next to you now.
There's a big queue. No, okay. So it's about lunchtime.
Excuse me, mate.
No, we've got time. We can explore.
Excuse me, mate.
Yeah.
Someone in the queue. Listen, what's the best place to stay in Magnimar these days?
You want to stay? You should. What, around this district?
Around in the downtown Uptown district.
In the downtown Uptown?
Yeah.
You want to go stay in the Frosty Sloth.
Frosty Sloth?
The Frosty Sloth. Lovely place.
What did that used to be called? The Big Boys.
It used to be called the Big Boys. Yeah, it was that. It was quite a different neighbourhood back then. But I promise you, it's a family establishment now.
Why did it change from the Big Boys?
Oh, well,
I'm just imagining Ross's impression of like Gordon Ramsay, and there's just a bunch of people in an alleyway going like, "Hey, big boy! Hey, big boy! Big boy! Yeah, big boy! Big boy! Hey, big boy! Big boy!"
oh, it lost its license.
Oh right, okay. That's a shame.
Yeah, people started touching the big boys, and then they just couldn't keep it open anymore.
Oh, that's a shame. They did a nice slippery rice in there. It wasn't the best slippery rice in town. That's this one here, but
I did hear if you asked for the slippery rice in the big boys, you got quite the surprise.
All right, so what's it called again? The Frosty
Sloth.
Frosty Sloth. All right, let's head to Frosty Sloth. I know where it is.
It's not a withered spoon, is it?
That's very good.
That's
very good,
excellent.
We should probably pick an inn close to the Temple of Abadar. I don't think Aka's going to be here just yet. You wouldn't arrive a week before the wedding, would you?
I mean, she lives here, doesn't she? Now?
No, she lives in. Oh, maybe she.
She lives at the carnival, but didn't she come home because she's from the west?
Shit, I've just remembered someone else. Sorry. I would very much like to purchase some cool arrows that are different to ordinary arrows. Maybe I can go do that. You want to find an inn?
No, we'll come to the arrows. Where'd you get cool arrows, mate?
Artisanal fucking war arrows.
Oh, you want to go to the Fletchers?
No, not just ordinary. I've got 89 of them left. Not ordinary arrows. You're not talking about.
Oh, you want to go to the extraordinary Fletchers?
Yeah, that sounds perfect.
That's it. Yeah, that's next door to the Fletchers.
Oh, okay.
Well, there you go.
That sounds reasonable.
That's in the Fletcher district, isn't it? There's a whole street of Fletchers.
Oh, look, we could have just followed that arrow.
There's a guy with a sign like an arrow spinning it around.
Fletcher district. All right, let's go down there first.
Okay, great.
Okay, you head down the street to... there are rows and rows of shops. This is kind of a big... Grand Archer's got a lot of shops in it. It's
like Blue Water, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of, it's
Blue Water.
It's kind of... It's like West London shops. You know, it's kind of... But you can get whatever... You can get all sort of whatever you want here, because people who live up on top of the cliff, obviously, they're not going to trek all the way down into the downtown every time they want to go shopping. So there's lots of shops up here.
Downtown.
Yeah, not
this
downtown.
This
is downtown Uptown.
Yeah. I get it confused.
And you look around and you find there is a shop, an impressive looking shop with a sign over the door saying Fletchers, and then there is a slightly more impressive shop next to it with a sign saying Extraordinary Fletchers.
Cracking.
You head up to the Extraordinary Fletchers. There is a man in lavish purple robes with a sort of a balding head and a neat beard. The room, there are arrows lined up, all sorts of different coloured arrows. Some of the arrows are glowing. There are ornate bows all hanging from different sides. The man steps forward and goes, "Welcome, my friends. Welcome to Extraordinary Fletchers."
Oh, wow.
The greatest Fletchers in all of the city.
There's a lot of Fletcher shops down this street.
Ignore them, both the common Fletcher next door. No one wishes to purchase his meager basic arrows. They wish for the extraordinary in your life.
You're right.
I was here first, you dickhead. Well, you set your fucking shop up somewhere else. No, this is the greatest shop in all the lands.
Wait, did you used to work next door and then you set up your own shop?
Yes.
Oh, I love it when that happens. I love it when that happens. It's so funny, isn't it?
I got an inheritance, and so I bought the shop directly next to my old master, and I've made a far more impressive shop. Would you care to buy any of our mundane arrows? You will find that they are priced at exactly 1 copper less than the arrows next door.
Oh, wow, you really fucking hate them, don't you?
Oh, would you want a little bit of splendor in your life?
Yeah, I mean, I'm supposed you're super annoying, but this is exactly what I want to buy. Have you got what kind of? I don't know when I asked that. Do I? It's just I can't see. It takes a long time to scroll through it on my thing to down here, so I'm gonna have to ask you.
Arrows of dreams.
No, thank you. I think Bubba's got that covered. Bubba is our messenger in a dream person.
I can't do that anymore.
Yeah, you know, I believe you though when you say I think you can. Look deep down inside yourself.
I'm going to try it tonight.
I believe in you. Boy.
I'll do one for you.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
I'll be in your dreams tonight.
Well, like,
Yes.
you know, what? I'm gonna have to ask Anna. What kind of arrows have you got?
I have every arrow you could dream of. It sounds a bit like freaking his sister, doesn't he? I have every arrow you could dream of, sir. I have shining arrows, tripline arrows, antler arrows, ranging arrows, trustworthy arrows, beacon arrows, blind pepper arrows, vine arrows, sleep arrows, lodestone arrows, spell strike arrows, climbing arrows.
You said blinding arrows.
Blinding pepper arrows.
Blind pepper arrows. Yes.
That sounds bang up my street. Now tell me, is that arrows that blind people for the use of peppers, or is it you have to roll a 31 in order for anyone to get blinded?
These arrows are filled with pepper. I know that anyone, obviously anybody from Magnimar would be unaffected by such a thing for our incredible fortitude in dealing with spicy foods. But if there were somebody not from the city who were more susceptible to such things, you would find they would get a face full of pepper when it struck them in the face. So they have to, when someone's shot with it, they have to make a DC 17 fortitude save.
Yeah, I've got it here. Are you sure they're arrows and not bolts? Because it's not listed as arrows down there.
But I strapped them to a long stick.
Fair enough.
To keep it simple, we can have them as an arrow. I don't care.
Oh, they're pepper bolts as well.
You can have... Yes, I could do you some pepper bolts.
I'll take some pepper bolts.
You would have to go next door to my wife's shop. Extraordinary bolts.
Oh, shit.
All right, I'll go next door in a minute.
Okay, and you said... Okay, blind pepper ones. Blind. You said spell strike ones.
Yes.
Yeah. So I could essentially, if just put spells in my arrows, I'd just be like Velda, except.
Yes, you would be like a wizard, but better because you will be using an arrow.
Great. What does spell strike stuff do?
I have no fucking idea. Let's have a look. Spell strike.
There's no search function on. Oh no, there is. Hang on, I can look it up.
Mystic patterns create a magical reservoir within these arrows. You activate spell strike ammunition by casting a spell into the ammunition. The spell must be of a level that the ammunition can hold. So these are level 1. You can cast a level 1 spell into it, and then you can shoot it at people. So the best thing to make sure is that you haven't offended a wizard. But we don't have to worry about that, for there are no wizards here, because they would not be found in such an amazing place as this.
Well, yes.
Funny you should say that.
Thought you should say that.
Yes, I am quite funny.
Okay, I tell you what.
Weird.
I've actually found your you know, the little book of Tatelli names.
Yes.
Well, the catalogue.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah,
Yes.
the catalogue found that. Okay, so I how much? Oh, I'll take 5 blind peppers, 5 spell strikes. Because if I can't, does it have to be a wizard?
Yes, but maybe.
Why are you giving me the side eyes there?
Just 'cause in case-
I can do that.
can you,
What would you want to put in there?
Well,
Yeah, but
depends
level
what-
1 spell, I mean...
I know, but it depends what levels and spells you got.
Anyone who can cast a spell.
Okay, great.
You could, I guess theoretically, you could have Shania cast a healing spell into it and then shoot someone with it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that
And
actually
we could just put a bit of sort of bit of padding on the end of the arrow. Just boop.
Yeah.
Bit of healing boop.
I would like. Have you got any enfilading arrows?
Enchilada arrows. They're right next to the chimichanga arrows.
You're really getting into your spices, aren't you, Karagor?
So hungry.
Torture.
No, enfilade. You know, the ones that when you fire, they shatter into several different darts and basically give you an AoE attack.
Yes.
Fucking
Got some of
amazing.
those.
They're not. You wouldn't say they were that pricey, would they? They're not that expensive.
They are. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they're fine, right?
They're 125 gold pieces.
Forget about it. Okay. It's, I'll take. On the sleep arrows. Now, do they actually put people to sleep? Yeah, it's a sleep. The effects of a sleep spell, you got to get critical on it. Can't do that. Viper arrow. That's got to be
Oh
poison.
my God, that's a crime fighter from the 80s.
Viper arrow.
Viper arrow.
Or a porn star.
Or a porn
Yeah,
star.
right.
Oh, what? I can just shoot. No. Viper arrows. What's it from Conan? You know when is it Crom takes out the snake and shoots it at someone? And
Oh yeah,
it's that. You just fucking shoot a snake at someone.
Yep.
Sick.
Pretty sick.
Very stiff snake.
Up.
We've medicated them to make them rock hard.
I'm taking a bunch of them.
a medicated rock hard snake.
Grappling arrow. I feel would just be sensible. I guess, wouldn't it?
We bought them when that big boy's place closed down.
Oh, I love big boys.
Oh, an antler arrow. I can do a restraining thing. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. 5 blind peppers, 5 antlers, 5 grapplings, 5 vipers. What are we at so far? Is that a lot?
That's quite a lot.
Do you want me to do this off air?
All right, I tell you what, Bagger, let's do some negotiating. Give me some money and you can have all these arrows.
Amazing. I'm broke.
Amazing.
He bags them all. He bags every arrow. He wraps every arrow individually, like it's Love Actually, like a little pretty bow, and you end up coming out with just like these, like huge kind of Kensington-like shopping bags.
I am a consumer.
Would you like to come next door to my wife's shop?
Do you know
where
what?
You can get magical bolts.
If I need some, I'll get some another time.
Very well. Goodbye. And remember, never buy basic arrows.
He's right. You should never buy basics.
Never buy basics.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nope.
All right. Well, so what are we doing now? Should we go and get someone to stay?
Yeah.
Put your arrows in the
Well,
wardrobe.
can do. We got.
I'm not going to lie. I'm 90% arrows these days.
All right, let's go to the
there's
Frosty.
a lot of arrows.
the
Where'd you
Frosty
put all
Bugle
your
or whatever it's called.
weapons and the
Some of
arrows?
the girls in the handy haversack.
Yeah, it's extraordinary.
We go to the Frosty place.
You head
which
to
is
the
Big Boys.
You head to the Frosty Sloth.
Well, Ranger never tells you where to keep the rest of his arrows.
That's true. Yes.
Formerly Big Boys.
Formerly Big Boys.
Big boys.
There is a you step inside. It is a well-decorated family establishment. Behind the counter, there is a large frozen sloth. Oh, not sure how many of you would know what a sloth is, but a frozen mammalian creature held up on a.
They froze one of the Big Boys.
I mean, it's a living, isn't it?
That's horrible. Those things used to cuddle up to you when you were having a drink.
How slow were you drinking?
Oh, pretty slow.
Pretty slow. That's called nursing it. That's why they went under, because everyone was just drank as slow as a sloth.
Anyway.
It was their way of telling you that it was time for you to buy another round, and you were just. They'd send a sloth out. If the sloth got to you, it was a sign you need to
you need
start
to-
spending a bit.
They step it up.
What happened to the Big Boy?
I am Frosty Pops. I am the. Why did I not just open the Patreon list for that? No, it's called Frosty Pops now. I am Frosty Pops. Says a man with a frosty beard stepping out from behind the. I think. Welcome to my establishment.
What happened to the Big Boy? You froze the Big Boy.
Yes, unfortunately, this is a tribute to the former occupation of this establishment. During the event, which caused the revoking of the license and the shutdown, unfortunately, one of the big boys was mortally wounded, and so it was frozen in time, so that one day, when technology has advanced sufficiently, we will be able to bring the big boy back, and he can continue delighting the various perverts of the neighborhood.
Do you run an extraordinary arrow shop just down the road?
No, that is my brother. He is extraordinary, is he not?
Ah, right.
Frosty Pops, have you got a room?
Frosty Pops has many rooms.
All right, we'll take 3 right now.
Yeah, of what standard are they?
I can give you rooms of a common standard or rooms of a royal standard.
To the Royals.
First off, are they all cold? Because is that how you keep your beard with frost bits on it?
Yes, it is exceptionally cold in
For
this.
fuck's sake.
Can I get one warm?
The whole place goes quiet. Yes, that's fine. So, strangely coincidental silence there.
Very
Everyone's
strange, isn't it?
conversation was
Yeah,
finished
yeah.
at exactly the same moment.
Yes, I'd probably just a how much is a common room?
A common room is 1 silver a night.
All right, yes, I'll take a silver.
I'll take a silver piece.
Common room, yeah.
Yeah, I'll
The
take
warm
a common room. I would go for a royal one, but I just spent all my money on extraordinary arrows.
I mean, they were pretty extraordinary.
They're pretty extraordinary. Your brothers.
Which one's your favourite? I'm looking at them. What's one?
Oh, it's definitely the snaky one.
Yeah, snake one's
Yeah,
cool,
looks
isn't it?
cool, doesn't it? Yeah. Go into just say what, if you're far away, mark the eater snake in your bag.
All right.
No, not up for that.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Could do though, couldn't I now?
Yeah.
Frosty Pops, do you serve dinner here?
We won't have anyone slipping a snake into anyone's bag around here. That's what the last place got shut down for.
But it is a highly medicated stiff snake, so...
Oh, welcome back, he says to the snake. It's 11.
What time do you serve dinner?
Oh, we can have some food brought out. Would you care for a round of welcome drinks?
Why not?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's have a drink.
Are they frozen shots?
No, well, they don't have to be.
I'd like a frozen one.
No,
I'd
why
like a
not?
frozen
Yeah,
one,
frozen
yeah.
shot.
3 frozen shots. And she goes, girl, bring out some shots for our guests. The door from the kitchens opens, and a young half-orc, about 12 years old, comes out holding a tray with some shots. She steps out, looks at all 3 of you, and then drops the tray on the floor, looks at Bubba and goes, brother! And runs over to give him a huge hug. And that's where we leave it for tonight.
Is that Steve Geddes coming in through the mists and the fog with the shroud of victory around his shoulders? Why, yes, it is Steve Geddes, our Dangerling of the Week, the mighty hero. To be a mighty hero like Steve Geddes, please go to patreon.com/Danger Club Podcast.